Hello, everyone. Welcome here in Manila, London. I'm just streaming a little bit. Today's video, I'm going to share you how I fertilize my plants and also when I'm going to water my plants in my garden, my flowers, my fruits. Also, I'm going to share with you what kind of soil I'm using to my citrus and to my fruits. I got my little orchards in my garden. I'm so happy that I decided to plant some fruits, berries, apples, pear, and some, what do you call it, plum and apple. So I got few of trees that I planted in my garden. Even we have small garden, I managed to have some. Also, I got new fruits that I'm going to plant today. I have mulberry fruit. So I'm so excited. I'm going to transfer them into a container. So this mulberry can plant in container or into the ground. So it's a good weather today. I'm so happy. It's my day off, so I can do a lot in the garden. Also, I'm going to transfer some of my plants going to the other side of the garden, maybe at the back of the garden. So as you can see here, very successful. My plants, they are growing better in the greenhouse. You can't use ordinary water from the top straight to your greenhouse. No, not like that. So I have some water saved as well inside the greenhouse. It's gonna be warmer later on. I'm going to change my coat because I woke up very early, 7 o'clock in the morning, and I'm so cold. So I'm going to change with thinner jackets, and I'm going to head up into the garden. So let's get started. Okay, I've changed my outfit from coat to my jacket. So I'm going to the alleyway into the side of the house to get my potting soil. This is my citrus potting mix. Yes, I'm using citrus potting mix to my blueberries because blueberries is acidic soil. So we can add citrus soil into your berries. And look at that. Loads of fruits, loads of buds, flowers, and it's beautiful. Also, as you can see, I have bees. I'm glad there's some bees flying around into my berries and also to my apple, pear, plums, and other flowers around the garden. I'm so happy. I'm going to open the potting mix and I'm going to just mix around to this plant. I'm not going to add a lot because last winter I add wood chips around these berries. Wood chips is making your soil change like acidic. Citrus like calamansi, lemon, orange, blueberries will like this kind of soil. Very acidic. Blueberry like full sun and also acidic soil as says at the back of this tag, and also it will only grow 4 feet. Now let's plant my mulberry. I bought this from Garden Express and they are very good quality, and that's the variety. This was planted a blueberry. I bought this from Poundland. My god, it was 3 years. It hasn't got any leaves, and until now there's a little tiny blueberry there, but I decided to plant my mulberry here besides my blueberries so they can pollinate as well. And look at the roots. It's very good. This been in this small pot last year around October, so they are ready to transplant into a small container like this. If they become bigger, I can transfer into a bigger container. Just plant just on top of the soil, and also of course we are going to add this potting mix citrus. Now let's move on how I fertilize my plants around the garden. So I have this bucket, of course it's pink. So I'm going to add high in nitrogen. This is organic. This Miracle Grow fertilizer is very concentrated, so I'm going to shake it first and then just pour a cup of this fertilizer. I'm going to add 1 or 2 because I got loads of water there. So that's 1, and then another cup. I think this is 30 ml measurements in 1 cup. So just mix it, mix. Now my advice and tips for you is to water your flowers and your vegetable in the morning, very early in the morning, like 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock. I try to wake up very early because the sunlight in the morning will not damage your vegetables and your flowers, and also only water at the bottom, not to the leaves. No, not to the leaves. That's why I'm using this cup to water underneath, is just onto the soil, because it will damage the leaves of the plant. They might die. Moving on to the greenhouse, they are shaded anyway, so you can water the leaves and it won't harm the young plants. So I'll continue watering this. I have my pak choy, cabbages, tatsoi, mustard, some of courgettes as well, onion, parsley. There's a lot of growing in my greenhouse. I just plant everything what I can think of in this kind of weather. Now, Tomerite is the second fertilizer that I'm using every single year. This is high in potassium. I use them to all the vegetable that is fruiting, like tomatoes, chilies, beans, squash, calabasa, chayote, all kinds of vegetable that is giving you bunga or fruit. Also, you can make your own fertilizer called FFJ, fermented fruit juice. I made that video last year. Please check them out. It's very easy and you can have it anytime you want. It's not gonna harm your plants. It's very organic. It will help your garden to give lots of fruits and mga bunga, and also you help the planet, diba? Because it's organic. Let's help the planet. Everyone is responsible. Not only a few people that is responsible for it. Everyone is responsible. Moving on to my raised bed, I have some onion, beetroots, and some beans into this area. Oh my god, I ran out of water. I also have cherries at the end of this raised bed. And to the other side of my raised bed is organic garlic and also my elephant garlic. Oh my god, I have lots of garlics. I think I'm gonna have supply for 2 years, but I can share this to my friends and to my family. To my strawberry as well, high in potassium. Moving on to my big concrete pot, and look at that, it's taken over. This planted from last year, and I didn't realize they don't die all year round, or maybe just the weather is very mild this year and we only got few frost. And look at this beauty. Wow, I never thought they're gonna grow so massive. And also I propagate them as well. And here, this is from last year. They have buds already. Right, so I'm going to leave this here, but this is going to be moved into my back of my garden. I think the purple will be contrast on my blue fence. We'll see. And also I think because of this big plant, I forgot the name. What's the name? I'll let you know on the screen. I think this plant is competing the nutrients to my pear, so I'm going to remove that, transfer it, or I can just propagate some and plant a little bit here. Right, I'm going to remove this. Okay, we'll see if I can move it properly. I hope I'm not gonna damage it, and it can't stay here because of my pear. They're competing the size, they're competing the nutrients from this pot. Wow, done. Oh my days, another come off. Look at this. The root is so big, they're competing the nutrients to my pear. Where am I gonna put this? So I'll put in this pot for now. Oh, hopefully my pear is going to do well. Oh, look at this. I got something growing. I think some of my dioecious need to prune. So I'm gonna prune them right back. Some old leaves. Yeah. So they can grow nice and big. And also I have fuchsias here that is growing. I thought it's been dead, but it's not. They're good, doing well. Look at that root. It's beautiful. It's very big chunk, isn't it? And look at my dioecious on the other side. They are all here in here, and they are blooming so beautiful. And also another dioecious here. I'm going to remove this and transfer to somewhere else so I can plant some petunias in here. Trim them so they can grow better. Oh wow. I think I'm gonna put this in water. It's a big chunk. Okay, so this is left now. Okay, let's take them to the back garden. I'm going to plant at the back here in front of my rose. Hey, I know it's not very sunny here, but hopefully they'll do well. Look at that healthy soil. Some people that doesn't like worms. I don't like it either, but I used to it now just for the sake of my plants. Yun. That's it. Na-transfer na siya and we need to water. So this is what I'm going to use to my fruits. Yeah, it's just a handful of this. Not a handful, not a lot. And then also you are going to fertilize them with liquid fertilizer. Yan, kahit ganyan lang. Yan, kahit ganyan lang. So very little. And then this is my plum. We're just going to sprinkle around it. So the variety is Fantasy Nectarine. Hindi pala siya plum, nectarine. And then you're just going to rake it by your hands, or if you have a rake already available in your side, you can use. So yan siya. Yun lang. And then you are just going to water it. Okay, so we're going to do, so I put all this potash already, sulfate potash, and my other cherry. So now my apple. Jana Prince apple, and the other one here, another red delicious apple. Look at that. Now let's move on to my pear. They flowered already, and the flowers is gone. Now they're gonna start fruiting, and we have another pear. So I added already potash, sulfate potash. of potassium sulfate. Oh, we have flower coming up. And behind here, this is my raspberry. I added potash already there. Look at my calamansi. It's beautiful. And this is my kumquat. And there's one fruit left. And over here, my raspberry as well, a blackberry.
Thank you very much for watching Manila London. We now have a merch store with quite a lot on offer. Take a look at our Teespring from our channel page. Or you can hit a like, a subscribe or one of these tiles and stay with Manila London that little bit longer. Thank you for watching.